The US dollar is doomed. Doomed, I tell you, it's doomed. So here's the dollar is doomed over the long term, said Jeffrey Gundlach. I've followed him a couple times. If inflation is on the rise and tapering talk is making headlines, then why are U.S. Treasury yields heading lower? It's because of all the liquidity in the system, says this guy. Banks are so flush with deposits that's creating disorder in the broader financial markets. In fact, the New York Fed's overnight reverse repo program has started touching record levels of about $1 trillion as excess liquidity overwhelms U.S. money market funds and parking space for cash becomes hard to find. This is new. We've had excess liquidity for years, man, for years. On the greenback, ultimately the size of our deficits, both trade and exploded post-pandemic, and the budget deficit, which is obviously completely out of the charts, suggests that the intermediate term, the dollar is going to fall pretty substantially. That's going to be a very important dynamic because one of the things that helped the bond market without any doubt has been foreign buying, with the interest rate differentials having favored hedge U.S. bond positions for years. Hasn't the dollar gone up in the last month? It's a question of what your horizon is. In the short term, the dynamics have been and continue to be the place for the dollar to be marginally or moderately stronger. In the longer term, I think the dollar is doomed. All right, so I just went to my newspapers.com subscription. I type in U.S. dollar is doomed. And here we go. San Francisco Examiner. It's 30 September 1971. AP. Well, this is Dow Jones. The U.S. dollar seems doomed to lose its role as the main international reserve currency. Hold on a second. Finn. All right, let's see. That's a consensus among the top authorities of the 118 country IMF annual meeting here. Almost overnight, they've come to view that the dollar won't be strong enough or plentiful enough to continue filling its role as a paper gold, and that paper gold will take its place. The handwriting is on the wall, says one U.S. source who figures Congress wouldn't be happy about shedding one more international responsibility. Since the dollars held by other countries were made unconvertible into gold by President Nixon just a month and a half earlier than this, there is suddenly wide agreement abroad that it's desirable to move away from the use of national currencies as reserve assets. This is from the Britain's Chancellor of the Exchequer Exchange, essentially. That's I think their version of Treasury Secretary. Is it George Osborne now? The U.S. will become as free as any other country to value the dollar or revalue it upward in order to bolster its bolster its position. So the U.S. dollar was doomed in 1971. Doomed. San Bernardino County again, August 1971. Right here, we got another one. What was that? Oh, this guy says in 2008. This is just a letter to the editor. It goes, I fear the reserve status of the U.S. dollar is doomed. He said that in 2008. All right, so let's keep reading here. I want to read this one from the San Bernardino one right here. This is, again, August 15th, 1971. Financial newsletter when Nixon got off the gold standard. According to this financial newsletter published here, the U.S. dollar is doomed. Not only is the dollar, this again, 1971, not only is the dollar doomed, but so is practically anything else you can mention. Stocks, bonds, won't even be worth the paper they're written on. Real estate prices are headed for collapse. Armies unemployed will soon be rioting in the streets. To put it all together, we are headed for a period that will make the Great Depression look like a golden era. Freaking crazy. It's just freaking nuts, man. All right, so let's keep going on. I mean, again, a stock clock and all that, but let's see. The Post Crescent. And this is from September 24th, 2010. All right, let's see what the Post Crescent says. And this is, hence the U.S. dollar is doomed. Is this another letter to the editor? What is this? No, this is not this is a dollar could collapse. Jeez, man. This isn't even a letter to the editor. This is some guy, Kurt Williamson. Hence, the U.S. dollar is doomed to be deemed monopoly money sometimes before 2035, probably well before 2035. When? Unfortunately, even minor changes in our country's finances would move the day of reckoning to fewer than 10 years away. And this was written in 2010, so we're already beyond this. If U.S. debt falls from its AAA rating, which it did, foreign debt holders will likely, I'll get my dog here in just a second, demand higher interest rates, sink in the dollar. Even a 4% increase in interest on the debt would increase debt payments by $100 billion. A 1% rise in inflation equals $700 billion in additional debt over years. Since speeding the dollar's imminent demise, the U.S. is projected deficit about $800 billion per year. So this is before what we just went through. Now, let's see what else we got here. Hold on a second, buddy. This is the third time I've had to do this video because I had to let him out a bunch of times. Hold on. All right, the U.S. This is 2007. All right, let's read this. 1978 in White Plains. This is I'm sure it's an AP or used to be the UPI. Technology is charting a modern computerized course. Okay, one observer feels that any efforts to halt the fall of the U.S. dollar are doomed to fail. So any observer feels that any efforts to halt the fall of the U.S. dollar are doomed to fail. So let's see what this guy says here. I guess I'm not sure we're going to see the article. I guess not. Okay, so so the dollar is falling. Any efforts to stop it from falling is doomed to fail. Let's just keep going back here. We got the Tennessean, U.S. dollar doomed, and this is by de Gaulle. The pound, U.S. dollar. So this is right when what Nixon had. Was that? No, he hadn't become president yet. President Charles de Gaulle said yesterday the efforts to safeguard the U.S. dollar and British pound as the world's key currencies were doomed. They're going to be replaced by the full gold standard. Despite the French leader's statement, the dollar and the pound surged to new strength on European markets. The price of gold continued to drop in free market trading. But financial experts said the full repercussion of de Gaulle's new broadside would not be felt on markets until today. They voiced fears it might touch off a new stampede to unload dollars and pounds and grab up gold in markets still jittery after last week's dollar crisis. Okay, so doomed in 1968. Doomed. I like saying that. Let's see here. We got 1975. U.S. dollar is doomed. Let's see what the Ottawa Citizen said in 1975. Okay, that's nothing. That's not what I was looking for. All right, so I think you're getting the gist here. No one knows nothing. All right. So this is fun to do, but at the end of the day, anytime I hear the U.S. dollar, I said, what's going to replace it? Bitcoin? Yes, because El Salvador is going on the Bitcoin. Okay, El Salvador. Let's take a look for just 1 second, shall we? Let's go to trading. Well, let's keep that up there. We'll go to tradingeconomics.com. Where's my article on old? Right there. Tradingeconomics.com. Let's just look at the El Salvador economy, shall we? And we're going to look down here. We're going to type in El Salvador. Do we not even have it in here? El Salvador. Let's go to countries. Can we do it by Europe, Asia, Americas? Let's see what we got here. Where's the El Salvadoran economy? Anybody see? Right there. The El Salvador economy GDP is 25 billion. Is that what? I don't even know what that is. So ours is 21 trillion. So that'd be 20. I'm not sure what that would be. So is that 25 billion? I don't even know what that is. There it is right there. So the El Salvador economy is 25 billion GDP. Yeah. Here's the U.S. 21 trillion. But it's coming, Josh, because the U.S. dollar is doomed. Doomed, I tell you. Yeah, it's embarrassing. All right, we've heard this before. Give me an alternative. It's not going to be Bitcoin. What's the other one? Doggy coin. Not going to be doggy coin. Ethereum. Not going to be Ethereum. The Chinese yuan. Is that what it is? Yuan. Not going to be the yuan. The euro. Give me a freaking break. Give me something else. We'll see you.